Thank you for watching the online real estate training video number 3. Today we're going to go over the real estate overview. What type of property should I buy? And how about locating a good deal? This online recording presentation is by Richard Old. So let's start with the overview of real estate as an investment. There are more millionaires made through real estate than any other investment vehicle. Not bad. But to do this, you must dedicate a specific amount of time to your investing each day of the week. It could be on Sunday morning, maybe Saturday morning. A lot of people like to be called on Saturday. Or perhaps you have some time on an evening during the weekday. But pick out some time when you can every week work on your business. Your investment of your time and the knowledge you learn, and then if you apply it, is going to pay off in the long run. You do have to work, but then you have to actually go out and do. So how do I make money on this property? We have 3 ways I like to talk about: buy, hold, and rent. Obviously you're going to buy it, fix it up for rental, and then rent it out. That way you're going to get long-term cash flow and hopefully appreciation of the property. Next, we have buy, hold, and sell. Kind of a medium-term plan. Perhaps you're going to buy it and fix it up. That could take some time. Although it may be just a quick cosmetic repair, it might also be needing maybe 6 months worth of repair. So it does take a little bit longer. But then you have buy, assign, or sell, a very short-term plan. Sometimes people will call it flipping a property. It does have a bad connotation to it in some people's idea, but in reality it's a definitely good way of doing business. Okay, what about single family homes versus other real estate investments like apartment complexes? Well, single family homes have a distinct advantage for the beginning investor. Events in people's lives happen that can directly or indirectly create an opportunity for you. Perhaps they're getting transferred. Maybe they're moving. Could be a death in the family or foreclosure. Perhaps they lost their job. All reasons where you could help them by taking the property off their hands. If you're looking to reduce your tenant problems, you could always sell it or assign it immediately, or possibly rent it using a lease option contract. So what I'm saying is the individual single-family home market is the easiest to borrow against and utilize when you're just first starting out. So, just what is a good deal? Your objective is to maximize your return on your investment and minimize risk. So sometimes you have to go one side or the other. So let's talk about maybe buying a property at 50 to 60% of fair market value, and then you can sell it for a discount fairly quickly. Just make sure that your cash flow per year is at least 20% after you pay your mortgage, your interest, tax, maintenance, repairs, utilities, and homeowner dues and other things. Some other general conditions or considerations would be, if the property is not in good condition, then you better deduct maybe 3 months rent and renovation cost from the purchase price, because it's going to take a while to get it fixed up and you need to have some money for that. Rent needs to cover principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and maintenance. Remember, cash needs to be 20% yield on cash down. So if you're putting a certain amount down, you need to be making 20% a year on that. Now, perhaps whoever is selling you the property could take back a mortgage, and that could increase your leverage on that particular property. What about locating properties for investment? Well, FSBOs, or for sale by owners, can be good and can be bad. They're very, very up and down. You might find a lot of FSBOs out there where people just hate realtors and they don't want to work with them, so they want to sell their own house. Some of them don't want to pay the realtor price, so they're trying to get retail price and cut out the realtor. But others might be out of town and they just want to get rid of the property. They own it, but it's just a thorn in their side. They just want to get rid of it. They could have inherited it. We don't know. But the fact is, they want to get out from underneath it. We can help them with that. You could look in the homes for rent section of the newspaper. Yeah, homes for rent. But Richard, I want to buy a property. All right. People that have rental property usually have a bunch of it. Some of it is old stuff that they've written off, that they don't want to be in that area anymore. And they'd like to get rid of it. And if you're there, well, yeah, I've got some I'd like to get rid of. Go ahead and try it out. If they don't have any, how about would they like to have more? They might be a buyer for us. You can also drive through the neighborhood looking for houses for sale, houses for rent, vacant houses. You could look for realtors. The MLS is a great place to find properties. It's just hard to find a good realtor. I'll go over that in the next webinar. How about real estate magazines? Those are the ones you find in the supermarket. Newspapers. In the Kansas City area where I am, the Sunday is the big newspaper for that. But different places might be different times. I might look for sellers, realtors, builders. Could look in the phone book. Contractors, lenders, property management. Everyone might know where there might be a property to buy. How about the courthouse, the town hall, the registry of deeds? Could be an auction, but if you go to an auction and you're just starting out, don't buy anything. It's very hard to go to auctions and buy something. Be very, very careful when you do that. Okay, now I want to talk about what to buy. Keep in mind you want to sell the property quickly, so I wouldn't necessarily be buying high-end property. I might even avoid low-end properties unless you have the time and expertise to spend renovating them. And if you can, the low-end properties can be very easy to sell if you know how. So the mid-range properties might be the best opportunities because you could turn them around and sell them quickly. A lot of people know how to sell those type of properties, and they usually don't need much, if any, repairs at all. Just keep in mind that 100 bread and butter houses at $20,000 equity each will earn you $2 million. Now, when you're looking at an ad in the paper, some words you might want to look at: price reduced, of course, the good old FSBO, non-qualifying loan. How about nothing down? I like that. How about must sell? If they really mean that, that would be good. Out-of-town owner. Oh, that's always good. Desperate? Probably not, but I'd look for it. Moving? They're going to have a problem. Motivated seller. Transferred. Will sacrifice. Yeah, it depends on whose term for sacrifice they're talking about. How about illness forces sale? That could be very good for them and you. Repossession, bankruptcy. How about estate sale? A foreclosure, investment property. That's always the cheapy ones. Below market. They might have just reduced it. Distressed property. Ooh, that's got to be an ugly one. Below appraisal. Seller anxious. Bought another house. That is going to be a problem unless they are renting it out. Reduced, divorced, handyman special. My gosh, that's got to be beat up. Needs work. Make offer. And of course, you can go to an auction again. Don't buy anything there unless you're experienced. So that's all we have for this video. In the online real estate training video number 4, we will look at finding a good realtor and fair market value. Also, margin of profit. So hope to catch you then. Thanks for showing up for this one. Bye.